everyone. So it's Thursday morning. Well, I'm late again. So while driving, I thought I'd go ahead and do the audio for the video that I worked on last night. It's been a while since I posted a road to retirement video, so this is going to be the I believe the 5th or 6th video in the series. The video will touch on my experience in purchasing condominium unit in the Philippines. I'll share with you the timeline, the cost, some tips on purchasing a condominium unit in the Philippines. I live here in the US, so this is probably geared more for the OFWs, the balikbayans, the expats, for those who live away from the Philippines, and to those who would like to get an idea on purchasing a condominium unit in the Philippines. Okay, so about 3.5 years ago, January of 2016, I was presented a chance to buy a unit in the Philippines, a condominium unit. Now, every time I go home to the Philippines, I end up staying with relatives, friends, hotels, renting Airbnbs. So yes, I did aggressively entertain the idea of owning a unit in the Philippines. Anyways, back then, 3 years ago, I was about 5 years away from retirement, and it would be nice to have a home base when I go home. Maganda yung may naipundar di ba? Either house or a condominium. So let's talk about location. I wanted the place to be in Metro Manila. So just in case we wanted to watch a concert, watch live action siguro ng PBCA or Superliga, or watch an Ateneo LaSalle match, either volleyball or basketball, it's nearby. Hindi na luluwas pa and then rent a place to stay overnight. I wanted it near a hospital. Alam na this, tumatanda na tito at tita nyo. So just in case my emergency, it's near a hospital. So it's also a plus if it's near the airport. I will do a lot of traveling when I'm retired, so it's nice to just leave my stuff at a unit, hop on a plane, and go to one of the islands, right? Okay. So this purchase is also going to be an investment. When in Manila, I stay a lot of times, like I said, in BGC. I love the way BGC is set up. You stay in an Airbnb. Market is just walking distance. Lots of restaurants, museums, bars. Just imagine if you had a BGC unit that you purchased like years ago, and then you sell it now, you would have made a big profit. It's BGC is really booming. Pero that window has passed. I mean, back again in 2016, and even now, I look at Arca South, and it's a huge area of undeveloped real estate. This was the old GMTFM, Greater Manila Terminal Food Market, now also known as FTI. I remember my dad used to bring us here when he would buy food. We used to live in Parañaque. Anyhow, it's huge. It's around like 74 hectares that Ayala has purchased to develop as another BGC-like community. So I buy a unit here and hold it for years from now, and I can resell it with hopefully a huge profit. Okay. So I'll transition here to discuss also the importance of going with a solid builder, developer, management company. A company that is historically proven, solid company. Granted na mas mahal nga, pero it's more expensive than the other smaller companies. But I went ahead and went with Ayala because for peace of mind. It's got a proven track record in building, developing, and managing the properties. So even though it's more expensive, I went ahead and went with Ayala. Okay, so let's go back to the timeline. So January to February of 2016, I did my due diligence. Okay, you need to investigate, ask around, so you will be comfortable with your purchase. This is a big purchase. So after doing the due diligence, I thought, go ahead, all right, let's go do this. Kayod para sa kinabukasan, work and save. So due diligence was done. Months of March and April of 2016. That was my exchange time between me and my broker. I didn't have to go home to do the paperwork. I was just emailing and mailing the papers to my broker. Okay, so you have to have a trusted broker. Okay, so after all the paperwork were done, discounts were applied. My pre-sale price for a 40.14 square meter, one bedroom with balcony, a pre-sale price was 4,595,000 pesos. Okay, or roughly $91,900. Okay, I'm gonna round off my figures here. Okay. So there was a reservation fee of 20,000 pesos. They wanted a down payment, 20% down payment. 20% of the selling price is 919,000 pesos, or about $18,000. And you can pay that off in 3 years with no interest. Okay, so I deducted my 20,000 reservation fee from the 919,000 pesos. So my monthly payment came down to 24,973 pesos per month, or roughly $500 for every month. Now I paid this off for 3 years. Okay, before the 3 years ended, I did a trip last year. I went to the Philippines, and I eventually, after 2 years, I eventually met the broker that I was dealing with. Okay, met with her, and we went to the location. We went to the model units. Okay.
1 unit base. So we are here.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. And then these are the 3 buildings.
Tower
1, 2, and 3. I think we are on Tower 2. I think 3. We're on 3. Okay. Alright. So it's up. May 2016 was my first payment, monthly payment of $500 every month. Right. You fast forwarded to 3 years later, May of 2019. I finally paid it off. I finally paid off the 20% down payment, and now it's time to pay the balloon payment. The balance after deducting my 20% down payment was about 3,676,000 pesos, or about $73,500. Okay, so this is a balloon payment. So you either pay it off, pay the balance, or you shop for a bank. And a word of caution: unlike in the U.S., Philippine banks do tie in your age to the length of the loan. But you have the broker. The broker is knowledgeable on what bank to go, so they'll be able to assist you. Okay, so we shopped around. Okay, and I was able to get a loan with a bank for a 10-year loan at 6% on the first year. My monthly payment came out to 41,000 pesos 825, or $837. Okay, so I'm gonna pay that off in 10 years. All right. So April 2019, again I went home to the Philippines. Okay, and looked at the area, and Tower 1 is now occupied. There's 3 towers, and I did see that Tower 1 was now occupied. And this is a view from Tower 1 of the pool, and Tower 3 on the left, Tower 2 on the right. They said, I think, June, July of next year, 2020. Most of the time it's delayed anyway, so I figure probably August or September, or if they deliver it June or July, much better. Okay, right. And looking around last night, one of the units in Tower 1 was listed at 5.8 million pesos. Okay, so it's 5.8 million pesos now. My selling price was 4.6 million pesos. So it did appreciate in value. Okay, and I'm sure it's gonna appreciate more. So again, it's very important you have a solid, a trusted broker. Thank you for watching, and I hope I was able to give you insight on. I gave you the timeline, the cost of acquiring condominium unit in the Philippines, and vlogs that are connected to this. Of course, there's going to be a condominium unit turnover, and of course, when I get the unit, it's going to be bare. So I'm going to do a blog on installing cabinets, and also furnishing the 1-bedroom unit. Okay, and I guess I'll go back and forth, maybe go home every year and spend a month, and then get a feel of what the condominium living is about. I'll share with you my monthly expenses. Okay, share with you the condominium amenities. So again, thank you very much. Thanks for staying with the channel. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I will see you around. Okay, bye.